Hello, classmates. My name is Jacob Tramble, and the speech that I'm going to do is called The Ballot or the Bullet. It was delivered by Malcolm X back in 1964 in Cleveland, Ohio. To the moderator, Brother Lomax, brothers and sisters, friends, and enemies. I just can't believe everyone in here is a friend, and I don't want to leave anybody out. The question tonight, I understand it, is the Negro Revolt, and where do we go from here? Or what's next? In my little humble way of understanding it is it points towards either the ballot or the bullet. Before we try to explain what is meant by the ballot or the bullet, I want to clarify something concerning myself. I am still Muslim. My religion is still Islam. That's my personal belief. Just as Adam Clayton Powell is a Christian, minister who heads the Baptist Church in New York, but at the same time takes part in political struggles and try and bring about rights to black people in the country. And Dr. Martin Luther King is a Christian minister down in Atlanta. George, who heads another organization fighting for civil rights of black people in this country. And Reverend Belazim, I guess you've heard of him, is a Christian minister in New York who has been deeply involved in school boycotts to eliminate segregation education, and myself, a minister, not a Christian minister, but a Muslim minister. And I believe in action on all fronts by any means necessary. Although I'm still a Muslim, I'm not here tonight to discuss my religion. I'm not here to try and change your religion. I'm not here to argue and discuss anything that we're different about, because it's time for us to submerge our differences and realize the best way for us is to first see that we have the same problem, a common problem, a problem that will make you catch hell wherever you go or whatever you are, either a Baptist or a Methodist or a Muslim or a naturalist. Whether you're educated, illiterate, whether you live on a boulevard or in the alley, or you're going to catch hell just like I am. We're all in the same boat. We are all going to catch the same hell from the same man. He just happens to be a white man. All of us have suffered here in this country political oppression at the hands of the white man, economic exploitation at the hands of the white man, and social degradation at the hands of a white man. Now, speaking like this, it doesn't mean that we're anti-white, but it does mean that we're anti-exploration. We're anti-degradation. We're anti-oppression. And if the white man doesn't want us to be anti-him, let him stop oppressing and exploiting and degrading us. Whether we are Christians, Muslims, nationalists, or atheists, we must first learn to forget our differences. If we have differences, let us differ in the closet. When we come out in front of us, let us not have anything to argue about until we get finished arguing with the man. If the late President Kennedy could get us together and exchange some wheat, we certainly have more in common with each other than Kennedy and Ketcherview had with each other. If we don't do anything soon, I think you'll have to agree that we're going to be forced either to use the ballot or the bullet. It's one or the other in 1964. It isn't time. It's running out. Time has run out. 1964 threatens to be the most explosive America has ever witnessed. The most explosive year America has witnessed. Why? It's also a political year. It's the year when all the white politicians will be back in the so-called Negro community, jiving you and me for some votes. The year when all the white political critics will be right back in your community with their false promises, building up your hopes for a letdown, with the trickery and the treachery, with their false promises, which they don't intend to keep. As they nourish these dissatisfactions, it can only lead to one thing: an explosion. And now we have the type of black man on the scene in America today. I'm sorry, Brother Lomax, who just doesn't intend to turn the other cheek any longer. Don't let anybody tell you anything about the odds are against you. If they draft you, they send you to Korea, and they make you face 800 million Chinese, if you can be brave over there, you can be brave right here. These odds aren't as great as those odds. And if you fight here, you at least know that you're fighting for it. I'm not a politician. I'm not even a student of politics. In fact, I'm not a student of much of anything. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. And I don't even consider myself an American. If you and I were Americans, there'd be no problem. Those people just got off the boat. They're already Americans. Pollocks are already Americans. Italian refugees are already Americans. Everything that came out of Europe, every blue-eyed thing, is already an American. And as long as you and I have been over here, we aren't Americans yet. I was in Washington, D.C. a week ago, Thursday, when they were debating whether or not they should let the bill come onto the floor. And in the back of the room where the Senate meet, there was a huge map of the United States. And on the map, it showed the location of Negroes throughout the country. And it shows that the southern section of the country, the states, are most heavily concentrated with Negroes. Are the ones that have senators, congressmen standing up, filibustering, and doing all the kinds of trickery to keep Negroes from being able to vote. This is pitiful. But it's not pitiful for us any longer. It's actually pitiful for the white man. Because soon now, as the Negroes awake a little more and see the vice that he's in, see the bag that he's in, see the real game that he's in, then the Negro's going to develop a new tactic. If the black man in the southern states had his full voting rights, the key Democrats in Washington, D.C., which the key Democrats are in Washington, D.C., would lose their seats. The Democratic Party itself would lose its power. It would cease to be powerful as a party. When you see the amount of power that would be lost in the Democratic Party, it would lose the voting rights to Negroes in the states where the Democrats have been in complete power and authority since the Civil War. You just can't belong to a party without analyzing it. Not only did we give our free labor, we gave our free blood. Every time he had a call to arms, we were the first ones in uniform. We died on every battlefield the white man had. We had made a great sacrifice that anybody who's standing up in America today, we have had a great contribution have collected less. Civil rights for all of those whose philosophy is black nationalism means give it to us now. Don't wait for the next. Give it to us yesterday, and that's not fast enough. Let the world be known how bloody his hands are. Let the world know the hypocrisy that practice over here. Let the ballot or the bullet. Let him know that it must be the ballot or the bullet.